Well, hello folks, and I thought I would pick another card and see what comes up. Since I decided to do that, I love it. The card is called Healing, which I don't know if you can see it from that distance. Because healing is different than curing. You know, curing is fixing the body, it's repairing damage, it's restoring dysfunction into a functional part of an organ or a gland or whatever it is. It's changing from one state to another. And that's what curing is, but healing is much deeper. It's about unifying and connecting into a place of wholeness, where the masculine and feminine energy connect, where your warrior and your nurturer connect and function as one, where the lover in you, the seeker of love and the seeker of truth are balanced. It's really, to me, a big part of healing is balancing the different aspects of ourself into a synergy of peace and harmony. And when you do, you create this place of deep inner peace. And it's a shifting, healing is a shifting of consciousness. Physically, that means to move away from illness into greater wellness. That's what healing means. Mentally, let's break that down mentally into emotionally and mentally. So emotionally, it's from a place of repressing and controlling your emotions to allowing them to be released and expressed so that you can get back to your true nature, which is of love, which is who you are. And when you can let go of the anger and the fear and the doubt, beneath all of that is who you are, which is love. So healing is about returning and releasing those emotions so that you can function from that place of who you are, the love of your being. And that's what healing is. It's shifting from repressing emotions to expressing your emotions. Mentally, it's about knowing whether my mind and believing whether my mind is empowered or it doesn't matter, it's disempowered. It doesn't matter what I think, it doesn't matter what my attitude is, it doesn't matter. Or that, yes, my thoughts, my feelings, my attitudes, my beliefs, all of those that make up the mind, the mental aspect, determine what I allow into my reality by the law of attraction, but also it determines by what I consciously create. And so on that level, mentally, it's so important to choose to believe that your thoughts, your feelings, your attitudes, your beliefs have impact. And a person who does is moving towards greater wellness and healing. And a person who doesn't is moving towards the opposite of healing, which is dis-ease, illness, and poorer overall well-being, lack of energy, lack of vitality, all of those things. And finally, spiritually, you either have lifted beyond all the teachings that you've read about spirituality, about that religion has offered. And that's a beautiful starting point. We should all start with religion. If nothing else, then to just understand what it really means and to understand that all religions are made by man. And therefore they have political influence, they have a lot going on there. And I love it. I listened to an audiobook from Shirley MacLaine a couple weeks ago, and I just love her writing. She's an amazing writer. If you haven't read any of her books, check them out. But in this one that she talked about, she said, religion is the attempt to control and dominate your spirituality. And I thought, I've never heard it defined so well. Religion is the attempt to control and dominate your spiritual nature, your spirituality. And spirituality is your sense of your personal and private and connected sense of the divine. And here's the key. Religion puts it outside of you, that God is somewhere out there in the world. And spirituality knows that no, God, Goddess created a soul and spirit, and they dwell within me. And that's the divine nature. And as I'm aware of that and I honor that and I understand my divine nature, I am moving towards healing. When I ignore that and I deny that and I feel separated from the divine, I move towards illness. So healing, this card that I picked today, is about returning to wholeness. Physically, it's a revitalization of your energy and your well-being, knowing what to do, and there's so many things you can do physically, and that's where most people think of healing. If I just eat right, if I just change my diet. But what are you doing with your emotions? Are you digesting your emotions, or are they just putrefying? Are you expressing and releasing those that are constrictive and damaging? And mentally, What are you doing on a mental level? What are your thoughts? Are you always criticizing and beating yourself up? That's moving towards illness rather than wholeness and wellness and well-being. So those 4 areas, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, is what comprises, for me, what healing represents. And to do just 1 or 2 of those levels isn't enough. You need all 4 to create radiant health and vitality. So that's my message for today.